The Title Update 5 PTS went live on PC less than 48 hours ago, and along with the new mission areas, exotics, and of course plenty of bug fixes, skill builds were completely reworked with the changes to skill haste and skill mod damage. So today, I wanted to bring you as much skill power related information as possible and also give you my opinions as to how the rework is being received. What's going on, everybody? It's LtBuzzLitebeer, and in today's video, I have a little treat in store for you concerning skill power. Over the past few hours, I have taken before and after screenshots of every individual skill mod between the live Title Update 4 servers and the Title Update 5 PTS. In addition, I have recorded footage from one level 4 checkpoint from both game versions for comparison. For those of you that are viewing the video and want to be able to reference specific sections of this video at a later time, please reference the timestamp on screen now, and I will include the same links in the video description below. Through all of the video footage and skill mod comparisons, I am using the exact same skill build, although my current build is total trash. My skill mods are the same between the live game and the PTS to ensure total accuracy. Now, referencing the patch notes, link included in the video description below, the dev team wanted to bring skill damage on par with the current meta of DPS produced through gunplay. They wanted to test how much more power the skills needed to get from 3000 skill power, the current maximum requirement on skill power mods, to compensate for all the damage bonuses the player is giving up to reach that skill power. Then, they looked at each skill and what it should be good at, burst, sustain, single target damage, survivability, and went to work tuning the mods to make a skill build approach the efficiency of a red damage build or a blue tank build. So, here are the changes that went into effect on Monday on the PC PTS for Title Update 5, starting off with Skill Haste. Skill Haste has replaced cooldown reduction, and this is incredibly important to understand because the two stats, although they seem identical in functionality, work quite differently. Skill Haste works equivalent to speed, so a player with 100% Skill Haste will have reduced skill cooldowns by 50%. Players can invest even more into haste and exceed the 100% mark, but diminishing returns will take effect. Now, this is where skill haste and cooldown reduction are completely opposite. As skill haste stats increase, the returns diminish, but with cooldown reduction, the higher the total number, the greater the results. Skill haste is found on most gear pieces, but also through highly effective skill mods, especially those specific to the specializations, but I'll cover that in detail a little later in the video. Just a quick point of reference, in Title Update 5, skill haste hard caps have been removed. All current cooldown reductions on existing gear become skill haste with an increase of 33% to their rolls, and the surge gear talent increased skill haste from 10 to 20%. For some of the greatest gains for your skill mods, the new Specialization Mods, which require you to only have the correct specialization equipped and have no skill power requirements to unlock, offer the best returns in the game. These mods offer damage, skill haste, or other effects in large amounts, and I highly recommend them. Moving into the individual skills, and here are the proposed changes to the Hive. Extra payload, experimental blend, nitroglycerin mixture, cooling vents, internal storage, and swarm control. Now, in terms of in-game factual changes, here are those skill mods on my agent. The current game Title Update 4 skill mods are on the left, with the Title Update 5 changes for those same mods showing on the right. Here are the turret mod changes that will affect the magnetic rail, lubrication gel, the newly added generic Cyclone magazine, Demolitionist Cyclone magazine, spare parts, organic circuits, ammo box, SHG CPU version 2 generic, and Demolitionist and multi-tool mods. I did not have some of these specific mods in my inventory for reference, but these are what I can show you. Many agents have never used the Pulse mod in the Division 2, but there are 6 skill mod changes, starting off with the nickel chromium wire, silicon carbide coil, microwave amplifier for the gunner specialization, exploded blueprint, heating mantle, and directional transmitter also for the gunner. Showing on screen are the current mods and their changes, showing for reference. Seeker mines have a whole host of new changes to the mini electric motor, delivery system upgrade, ball bearings, generic magnetic disc, and the same for the survivalist, phosphorus ingredient, RDX pellet payload, Larea Tridenta infusion generic, and survivalist variants. As you can see from the comparison shots, the damage gains and skill haste increases are intense. The Chem Launcher received 8 skill mod changes to the Piranha solution, along with a burn damage variant being added, chromatics training, slip fit tube, cell penetrating peptide, hydrochloric infusion, ultra thin cartridges, liquid nitrogen cooling system, and pharmacokinetic enhancer mods. I'm sorry I don't have all of these mods in my stash inventory, but here is what I can show you for reference. The drone received over 13 mod changes, which included adding a generic graphene battery to the loot pool, sharpshooter graphene battery, electric soldering tool, gimbal vibration dampening, blitzkrieg blasting powder, adding a generic carbon fiber frame, sharpshooter carbon fiber frame, reinforced rotor blades, terminal ballistics, trauma analyzer, adding a deflector duration trauma analyzer variant to the loot pool, gaffer tape, hollow point bullets, electro-pulsing stimuli, and a skill haste variant of this mod as well. Here are the mods that I currently have so you can see the before and after effects once in TU5. The ballistic shield is making a huge comeback in this update and has received 9 skill mod changes to the titanium reinforcement, shape memory alloy, cementitious material, weaved aramid fiber, supramolecular networks, liquid metal micro droplets, thermoresponsive polymer, smart UHMWPE lexicon mods, as well as adding a shield health variant to the lexicon mod loot pool. I will be eagerly searching for more of these ballistic shield mods in the future, but for the time being, here is what I do have, just for reference. And finally, the Firefly skill has received 4 mod changes to the alignment valve, tungsten compound, propantroyl adhesive, and microfiller resin skill mods. Current skill mod values on the left, along with TU values on the right. I'm not going into the other changes or quality of life features mentioned in the Title Update 5 patch notes, but I do encourage you to read them over for yourselves. However, what I do want to express are my opinions about all the changes to skill power in TU5, and from the very first second I stepped out of a safe house and threw my seeker mines towards a group of NPCs, I could see and feel the difference. There are still some tracking issues where the mine goes in the wrong direction or detonates right next to targets without inflicting any damage, but overall the skills hit for much more damage thanks to the new skill mods themselves. My skill build was hastily thrown together and was positively awful, but even so, I was able to solo a portion of a heroic mission using nothing but my skills and using a build with 0, I repeat 0 defensive attributes. The real gems are with the individual specialization mods, as I was able to equip a turret mod that added 100% turret damage and took my turret from positively wimpy to a weapon of mass destruction. Using the demolitionist specialization along with destructive on many of my gear pieces in combination with damage mods turned my seeker mines into something to be proud of. agents will need to shoot for the 3000 skill power mark, along with accumulating enough skill haste to bring their builds back to pre-title Update 5 levels. In particular, players will need time to adjust to the higher skill cooldown timers, how skill haste works differently from cooldown reduction, and to farm for more skill haste. So far, I am enjoying the buffed skill power mod changes and will be on the lookout for better electronics gear and better mods to complement my build. As always, I look forward to reading your comments in the section below. If you could take the time to rate the video with a huge thumbs up, it would be greatly appreciated. If you haven't taken the time to hit that sub button and want to stay informed of my latest content postings, make sure to pound that sub button and click on the bell icon to receive all notifications from my channel. You can also find me over on Twitter and look for my streams on Twitch as well. Until next time, this has been LtBuzzLitebeer, signing off.